What is up, everybody? Arcandry here with my thoughts on Operation Chimera and Outbreak. Over the weekend, we got to see two new operators and how they work. The gameplay you are seeing in the background is that gameplay, which does explain how each operator works and encounters to them. I'll have a link in the description to watch those full videos. So you can have audio and things like that on the explanations of how they work. Now, I could have been like everybody else and just spammed you all with Chimera videos over the weekend, but I chose to just wait and gather as much information as I possibly could. Watch other videos, reading articles, before I can give my opinion. Because as I said before, I like to get my own opinion before talking about anything. So you gotta gather information before you give an opinion. I don't want to, just make a video the day something comes out, and then, a few days later or a week later, I'm thinking back and I'm like, oh, I should make the video. I regret saying this, regret saying that. No, let things happen. Gather information and then speak on it so I know what I'm talking about, as well as my opinion is more formulated. Now, I've seen some people question how these two operators are going to be balanced. Now, first and foremost, as I said in my video about the Korean operators, each addition of characters to Rainbow Six Siege is supposed to change the meta. They're not supposed to be, the same old. They're supposed to have abilities that completely change what the game already has in it. So they're going to be characters who, at face value, might look unbalanced, might look overpowered, but when they actually come out and they put into the game, might not be what you think they are. They might be no lesser than that. Like, look back to Korean operators. Vigil isn't, the strong character that we all thought he would be, because yes, his gun is good, but his ability is kind of whack. You can see, there's a Vigil in a map when your drone fuzzes up. So it's not like Vigil is a too hard of a character to deal with. Same thing when it comes to Dokabi. Her ability, it's kind of like a mosquito bite. It's like a mosquito. It's kind of annoying. It buzzes and he's like, go away. It's just, she's not like extremely strong as I thought she would be, as we thought she would be. And that's kind of what the good thing they've done with their characters is, for the most part, not entirely perfect, but for the most part, when they add new characters, they are pretty balanced. Some characters like Ella, are a little unbalanced and broken, and even to this date, even though they patched her, she's still broken and unbalanced. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. That's not what this video's about. Talking about Chimera. So yes, there's going to be some different things when it comes to operators. There's going to be some growing pains playing with them, and some growing pains playing against them. So how do they work? As you're watching them in action in the background, to sum it all up, Vinka is a new Spetsnaz operator. With her, all teammates have nanomites in their bloodstream. When she uses her ability, it can heal teammates just like Doc, revive down teammates, buff accuracy and speed your teammates up, so you can go through barbed wire faster than you will be able to without her buff. Now, counters to her include anyone that is affected by her buff who comes in contact with Smoke's toxic gas. They will take in that gas faster. Smoke will be able to kill them at a quicker rate than he would any other operator in the game if they are affected by Vinka's ability. Another counter to her is Pulse. Those affected by Vinka's ability have a faster heart rate, and thus Pulse, he can see them on his sensor at a faster rate than someone who isn't affected. So say you're playing this Pulse and you're just trying to do some scans, not picking anything up. You might see one person, also it's like a small little pulse every now and then Vinka uses her ability. Also, you're seeing that at a rapid rate, letting you know that person not only is near you, but also they're affected by Vinka. So they're going to have an accuracy buff, a speed buff, and maybe a little bit more health than they would have beforehand. But it goes beyond just those two people being able to counter her. Like Smoke, Legion mines work at a faster rate on attackers affected by Vinka. So they step on a poison mine, they're going to die at a faster rate than someone who isn't affected by her ability. In my opinion, I think she could definitely be a really good operator. Ranks between the lowest tiers and gold will use her the most. I think higher tiers like Pro League, Platinum and Diamond, I think she won't be used as much for those, as headshots are way more common. People are way more pinpoint with their aim and accuracy. So someone who can do what she can do isn't too big of a deal, because if you get headshots, it doesn't matter. But she is good and balanced based on what we've seen when it comes to Legion, Smoke, Pulse, and just things like that. Obviously, how strong she can be is unknown until she is really out and everyone can use her, and new tactics are put into place for how other people counter her, how other people use their teammates with her, what operators work best with her on the team. So different things can work out for her based on different from setups on each side of the playing field. The second operator is Lion, a new French operator whom, for 3 times a match, can reveal the position of the defenders. Now, this one has people mad. Some people feel it's a very absurd ability and overpowered. His ability is basically UAV. It hovers above the map the entire game, but only can be used 3 times. Lion and his teammates see defenders as red outlined bodies through walls, floors, whatever. If they're in the game, they could be seen with his ability. Sounds crazy, but it's actually very, very, very balanced in a way that you wouldn't really think of. Okay, it's not that unthinkable. The counter to his ability is just standing still. Don't move. It's literally that simple. That's why it's not as absurd as it sounds. That's why it's not as OP as you would think it would be if I just told you what his ability is. If you stand still, you're good. If you're stationary, you're good. You will not be revealed on his radar. Lion and the attackers will not see your outline through walls, through floors, nothing. As well with that, if you're next to a mute jammer, you will also be good. Mute jammers work against it. You can move around near a mute jammer, as well as you can go prone, you can crouch, you can do things like that, and you will not be seen on his scanner. But if you're running around, if you're roamer just jetting through the map or whatever, you're moving around, you are going to be seen by it. Another thing that balances it out and helps defenders is that there is a counter that appears on the screen with Lion when Lion activates his ability. It counts down the incoming scan by the UAV, so you the defender know when to stop moving and stand still or standing still mute jammer. All you got in the middle of your screen, it ticks down. When it finally ticks down, you know that his ability is in effect. In my opinion, all the basic weaknesses of his ability makes him very balanced, and much like Grace aka Okabe, you can use that to your advantage. A smart team can use Lion's scan to lure in attackers whom they think may be about to get an easy kill, but instead, they're using that as a decoy, getting you to go into their room and picking you off. On the flip side, a Lion infused team would be great. Use the scan, fuse a room, anybody that runs out to avoid hockey pucks will be seen on the scanners and be picked off by the other attackers. So it goes both sides. You can use his ability as an advantage as if you're a defender. You can also use him with fuse to do some pretty cool tactics. Again, this all goes back to balance and being a smart team. Just like with Vinka, she might not be as useful in a higher tier game as well as like Pro League, but Lion, he will be that person who will be picked the most because of his ability's usefulness. Like it just comes down when it comes to like posts. And both of these should be interesting additions to the game. This is the first time we've got new characters for the same factions that are already in the game, as well as the first time we've got new characters that are only on one side. Both these are our attackers, which means there's a good chance the operators that are coming after these two, or at a sometime later date, will be two defenders, not a defender and an attacker. I'm extremely interested in Lion and Vinka. I think I'd more so play Vinka over Lion, more so because I feel like playing as a character that can scan people is kind of cheesy and kind of cheap. That's why you don't see any post game played by me, because I don't really like playing this post. I think he's a cheap character. So I kind of feel the same with Lion, even though he's way more balanced than post is. I will go more towards Vinka because I think she'd just be a more legit person to use. And just here's what I would think about when it comes to Vinka. Say you're in a 2v3 situation, 2v4, 2v5, whatever, and one of your teammates go down, and you pop her ability, and now it's not just you alive. You have someone else who can help you out. Or say someone goes down, and you're on one side of the map, and they're on the other side of the map. You can get them up with her ability. So I think she'd just be more useful as a team character than someone who can do a scan 3 times. It's very easy to ignore. Like I said, standing still, you won't be seen on his scan, so it's not really a big deal. I'm always into meta changes, and this will change the meta. Lion is mostly aimed at countering roamers, being good at support, Glass City attackers. The defenders have Rook and Doc being the healer, Rook giving people an armor buff. So she's the attackers finally getting that kind of support character. As for Outbreak, I think a lot of people are mixed about it. Some people are looking at this as a pointless addition of zombies just to have zombies in the game because hey, zombies are a craze, even though they're not. So a lot of comparisons to Terrorist Hunt as well. Me personally, I think it looks cool from what I've heard by people that have played it already. They say it's really fun. It's only a limited time event, so it's not permanent as of yet. So it's not like it's going to be here. It's going to be on the thing that you play in Siege. It's just to change the pace a little bit. You don't have to just play Terrorist Hunt to kill off time between ranked and casual or whatever. You can also play Outbreak. You and 2 other friends pick between its like list of operators and you fight against different variants of infected. That's about the best I can say about Outbreak until I personally try it out myself. Overall, I think Operation Chimera is going to be fun. Two new operators you can have fun with, two new abilities that are going to change up the meta, as well as Outbreak itself. I can't wait to try it out myself, but what do you guys think? How do you feel about the new operators and Outbreak? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. With all that said, I've been Texter Archangel, the real _ talent of YouTube. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Be kind to one another, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.